We did this estimate sight unseen. I haven't even seen a photo of the area we're supposed to work in. I guess we'll get to see it together. Let's get started. Now the owner says that I can get to the property through the driveway around this side here, so that's what we'll do. It's supposed to be a small garden. You know, I can't even remember whether it's been tilled before or whether this is going to be new sod. I guess I'm not too worried about it. These subcompact tractors are great for small properties, being able to get into backyards and stuff. Really work well. So what are you trying to accomplish here, Phil?
Well, I love to garden, and I'm trying to essentially turn what used to just be a lot of grassy, weedy, scrubby area into a really nice garden.
Yeah, it looks like dark soil. I think you've got a good potential here.
I'm hoping so. I think once it gets churned up and we have it nice and light and loose, everything that it needs is already in there. It's been compacted and rooty for quite a while.
Hey, we've met you before.
That is right. It's been a couple years.
It's been 2 years ago. It was early in COVID. I mean, it was very early in the COVID deal.
Yeah.
And when everybody was scared to death, and we were on a gardening project with you. You were doing some gardening for a local restaurant, I think.
Yeah, local restaurant. We were tilling it up. It was some space that had been used for a little bit of gardening, kind of off and on in the past years. But for a while, it hadn't been grown on, and so it had become kind of re-overgrown again.
Are you still working with that area?
I am not. I did it for 2 seasons, and I kind of passed it off to them. It's actually why I'm doing this. So
okay, you got to have your own. Got to have your gardening fix.
Yeah. Whenever I'm farming professionally, I just don't have the time to do it personally. And then if I'm not doing it professionally, I want to be doing it personally. So I got to be growing somewhere, somehow.
Makes sense. I remember the little flame weeder that you had. That was so cool.
That thing was wonderful. So when I've been a home gardener, I've had one. It looks like a little cane, and it's just kind of one little flame. Helps to burn off any weed seeds, but the rolling one, if you have a big plot of land, you can get one. It kind of looks like a big cedar or something, but it's just, all flame.
Well, it looks like part of this is some of these vines that are growing up the side of the the fence here. So hopefully that doesn't get all stuck in my tines, but we'll see how that goes. And
I was hoping not. And I was hoping honestly that the tarp would kill it back even more. It did an all right job.
2 months, you say, and it's still
this stuff is resilient.
It's still green. This is resilient stuff. Yeah.
I know. I was expecting a little bit of this, you know, the blanched little baby weeds hanging on, but this stuff is
it's
a
gonna
lot.
be okay. It's gonna be okay. We'll get her tilled.
I'm excited. You did a good job last time. That's why I had you back.
Now, that's a mess. It's like mulch under there. Not hard on the tiller, but it's going to make for it's difficult to get started in a garden. I think it's too wet to be tilling here, but it's going to rain again, so it might be just kind of a perfect opportunity. In fact, I believe I'm feeling rain right now.
Now, referring to the title where I said it's a fun way to go broke, yeah, I really enjoy tilling gardens. I enjoy meeting the people. I enjoy the challenge of the tight spaces you have here in the suburban gardens. I don't know, for whatever reason I find that to be a lot of fun. However, there are nearly always surprises. In here we've got the vines, which turned out not to cause us any trouble. I thought they might. But we're also encountering a lot of roots.
This is nice, dark soil. He's going to have a great garden here.
We drove 27 miles, or close to 40 minutes, to get to this project. So close to an hour and a half on the road, plus a lot of diesel fuel at 9 miles to the gallon.
We probably got a stump under there. At least what's left of one.
And we were here probably 45 minutes, maybe an hour. A little of that, of course, was talking with Phil. We'd agreed on a $100 rate to till this garden, and Phil actually paid us $125. By the time we count loading and unloading, as well as maybe hooking the tiller on, we were at least 3 hours on this project.
I'll till it again, see if it helps over there. I think there may be a stump in here. You can see that extra dark soil there. I think that's some.
We did 2 in-depth episodes on the topic of pricing last season. One was titled, How to Make Lots of Money with Your Tractor. The other was, How Much Do We Charge? Tractor Side Hustle. You'll find that we break those rules for tilling projects. There's just no way I could have charged Phil over $300 to till this garden. So I kind of consider this, well, recreation, I guess. It's just for fun. When quail hunting with my dad, he would say, the crack of the gun pays for the shot. If you actually get a bird, it's all profit. I use the same philosophy with garden tilling. I love it, but by the time you pay for all the equipment, the maintenance, and the insurance, I hadn't mentioned that, there is no profit in tilling small gardens.
Kind of in a bind. And people say that turning radius doesn't matter if you're not mowing. I think I'll stick with the tightest turning compact tractor on the market. I'll get there one weight at a time. Three minutes later and the sun's shining. If you want to just keep raking in there, I'll keep going back and forth on there until we can get that cleaned out, because that's not gardenable right there yet, is it?
It's, you know, if I were to put like a pepper plant probably, right? Because I could put one every 24 inches and I wouldn't have to worry. But, you know, if I wanted to try to put like carrots in here, yeah, you're right. But I also know that you got to work with what you've got, and so I know that probably the first season it'll be, okay, I'm gonna have to choose what goes over here based on the soil, not based on what I want necessarily in this area.
Makes sense.
It's
You're probably also going to have some problem with those vines trying to keep creeping out there too.
for sure.
You may just have to get rid of them along there.
I'm thinking so. It's going to be part of the project, I think, to do all of that. You have to work with what you're given, and like everything else about the house is great, and this spot is pretty good. This is the best spot for it, and so, you know.
Yeah, this is good soil. You've got good soil here to work with.
This stuff looks incredible.
I know we're going to hit some more of that stump here on this path, so. But I don't think it'll hurt anything. With the forward rotation, it should just kind of bounce up and bounce over it. It might slip clutch a little bit, but I don't think it'll cause any harm. Yeah, I heard it slip the clutch. I felt it slip the clutch. I'm gonna give him one more trip over here on where the vines were the worst. He's gonna have to struggle with that. I want to do everything I can to make it easier for him to get this planted, be able to control it all season. I don't know that one more trip will really help much, but it might. It can't hurt anything. I think this tiller will go in deeper than my older King Cutter. This one will really dig. I've got a root here now. You can see all the dirt shaking. That's a root I'm dealing with, I think. I don't believe that tree's even here anymore. Last time.
Wow. I guess it was probably a stump between here and there. One or two stumps, I guess, or maybe just aggressive roots from something else, but...
Yeah, it's either multiple littler trees or one really big one, wasn't it?
Right, at some point. Certainly not when we moved in, and certainly not in the pictures that we saw. There was never anything here, but something from a while ago. The hazards of just moving in. I don't know exactly where my tree saw is. I wonder if this would do it. PVC cutter. A new one. Did you get it up? Oh. Well, that'll do it too.
Try hoe.
Yeah.
Well, Phil, I would suggest that you stay out of this because it's muddy.
Yeah.
And you'll just pack it back down.
Which is what I don't want to do. At this point now, I don't want to walk on it again until I determine exactly where the paths are, and that's all I want to walk on.
So maybe this rain that's coming will let it mellow a little bit, because otherwise it would get pretty, some of those clods will get pretty hard. Okay. But this rain should actually help.
That's good. Yeah, it should be coming in tonight and storm for a couple hours, which, yeah, hopefully will be great. But, I mean, look at this. I couldn't get it to look this good in 100 hours.
No, it would have taken a long time. It would have taken a long time.
Yeah.
Nothing beats a tractor, compact or subcompact tractor, and a rotary tiller. It's just, a walk-behind tiller is not even close.
I was going to get one of those little 18-pound deals with the two-handle, but I figured,
oh, no.
That ain't going to do it.
No, those are great for going between the rows.
Sure.
After you get started, but not for the first tilling. I love doing little gardens like this. Well, that wasn't so bad. The only thing we ran into was a stump. Stump's really not going to hurt a tiller like this, especially if you have your slip clutch adjusted. It's really not going to be a problem. This is kind of the average residential suburban tilling job. Hard to make any money doing it because, well, it's just too expensive. The homeowner can't afford to pay what it really should take to be able to get me here and make a profit while I'm doing it. But the truth is, I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. We've been getting a lot of questions recently from newer viewers about our trailer. This particular trailer is from BWise, bwisemfg.com. They're located out of Pennsylvania. It's got a power dovetail. We'll do a complete review on it, I think, at some point. We've had it a couple of years now. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. It's been just a fun, average tilling job. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.
I am the true vine, and my father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful.